we need to do is change the way in which people think about guns, especially young people. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way. And just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
It absolutely doesn't. So what's the solution?
Well, there hasn't been a solution until now. I mean, one of the things that I've thought about, I've been a kid's, a singer my whole life. I won Star Search when I was 16. It's what I always dreamed to do, and I know that there's tons of kids out there that love to do this, but there aren't any platforms or outlets for them. So I created the CD, Star Rock for Kids, and in the CD there's an application, and I'm looking for the next Star Rock kids across the country. Kids can fill out the application, send in DVD, an audition of them singing.
So hold on a second. Let me see if I get this straight. So this is Lisa Damiani's now Star Rock,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And here's the deal. Instead of American Idol, instead of X Factor, instead of Star Search, you're using the current tools on the internet and in a good old-fashioned CD to build your own Star Search.
Absolutely. Right. One of the best parts about it, though, is that the kids can audition in the privacy of their own home and then just send it to me. It's not going to be online for public criticism. It's not going to be scrutinized by their friends, or people aren't going to find out, oh, if they didn't make the CD. So the kids can continue and keep trying to audition. I wanted to give something that, if I were a kid today, something cool and exciting that I'd want to be part of. But if I were a parent,
I was awakened by a call from a reporter from ABC on July 20, about 5:45 in the morning. I did not know anything about a shooting in Aurora at that time. He asked if I was Arlene Holmes and if my son was James Holmes, who lives in Aurora, Colorado. I answered, yes, you have the right person. I was referring to myself. I asked him to tell me why he was calling, and he told me about a shooting in Aurora. He asked for a comment. I told him I could not comment because I did not know if the person he was talking about was my son, and I would need to find out.
Right. I did. The company is called Star Rock for Kids.
Yep.
And it's a compilation of children that have auditioned or kind of sent in their...
I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Star Rock is the first CD of its kind that features solo recordings of kids between the ages of 6 and 17 singing songs of all the decades. Meaning that there's no group singing, there's no adult singing. The spotlight is on each individual kid. So inside each CD, there is the application. And then they shoot their own demo at home. They film their own video of singing one of their best songs, and they send it to me. And I personally view every single audition that comes in.
How many?
They have 2 children in the school, a first grader and a third grader. Did you get a robocall? Is that how you first were notified to come back to the school?
I did. The first call we got was that call. Get to the school. My first reaction was, let's let the police do their work. Don't get in the way. Let's go to the church.
I happened to be sporting some fantastic cleavage. So this young man looked at me and smiled and said, no problem. And my total shock, I just said, oh, thank you. You can have my parking spot. Okay, so not a smart move, because now we were circling that lot for another 10 minutes. Yeah, and my daughter was going to miss her entire practice, and you know, that's when it happened.
What did you do?
We turned on the news, we Googled, we called friends, and we hadn't heard anything. And it wasn't until on the TV, my son came running and said, it's Sandy Hook Elementary.
My name is Laura Phelps, and I called my 8-year-old son an asshole.
When you realized that it was your elementary school.
Right. We were hoping that it wasn't one of our schools. This was just a precaution. Maybe it wasn't a real shooting. Kind of just thinking maybe this is just a real precaution.
You shouldn't have given him the spot, Mom. That was so stupid. Why did you do that? Oh, gosh, Mom, I was going to miss our whole practice. I'm so dumb.
The principal, who, God bless her, lost her life, was just a very special person. And all the parents knew that.
Wolf Blitzer, CNN, Newtown, Connecticut.
Sir, were you a member of Skull and Bones in college in Bush? Were you in the same secret society? That's all right. Let me answer this question.